We have a lot of people who we would help and see that would have knee orientated issues. It's a beautifully complex joint, but the reality of it is it's designed to last you a lifetime. So if this knee joint is giving you issues in some shape, way or form, whether it's problems with the kneecap, whether it's problems with the cartilage that exists inside it, whether it's a problem with the ligaments that go around that knee to help keep the knee apart as well as together, whether it's a problem with the tendinous structures that attach the many muscles to these bones. The reality is that this beautiful joint, this biological piece of architecture that has been developed over millennia to carry you around in your movement, if it's giving you trouble, you're using it wrong. Now, quite often what we see in our practices is a knee joint that has any one of a whole number of conditions, but has become an issue because of some distortion pattern that might happen in the foot because of bone has gone out in the foot, or because of some deviation that happens higher up in the body, whereby there might be a pelvic distortion or a deviation in the posture in general. But what happens is the knee moves on itself a little bit, and that can go either direction. When that happens, the legs can bow inside or outside. It can roll the foot. But the bottom line is that this particular structure then ends up with pathology of some description. It ends up with inflammation issues. It ends up with pain. And if a person tries to treat this area by itself, whether that's through medical intervention or exercise-orientated work, quite often what you're doing is treating this knee joint in the very position that may have caused the problem. So therefore, you're not getting away from the hierarchical issue. So once again, as you will hear repeated in our videos, you may have a knee problem, but you have a whole body problem that manifests as a knee. So if you need to address something that continues to reappear in time, you've got to accept the responsibility for the fact that something has gone awry in the whole structure that has manifested here. Now, in some instances where a person can have an impact due to for instance, a sporting injury or maybe a car accident, that type of thing, it's reasonable to think that that injury is specific to the site. But of course, that injury should also heal up in a predictable period of time, somewhere between 6 and 18 weeks, subjective to the severity of the actual problem that you've got. But when that problem doesn't heal up or continues to perpetuate, we're back to the same example. There's something wrong with the structural alignment and needs to be addressed. So when you've got a knee problem, start to consider that you have a whole body problem that's manifesting in the knee. And that's that.